And I want to get back to our breaking news. A Department of Homeland Security official confirming that the Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard has been fired over, quote, leadership deficiency and operational failures. The list also cites the, quote, mishandling and cover-up of Operation Fouled Anchor. That's a secret internal Coast Guard investigation that substantiated dozens of rapes and assault allegations at the agency from the late 1980s to 2006 that CNN first uncovered, leading to systemic change or a vow of systemic change within the Coast Guard and congressional hearings with Democratic Senator Maria Cantwell of Washington, who joins us right now. So, Senator, thank you so much for coming on. First, your reaction to some of these actions. Go ahead.
No, I think it's appalling that the head of Homeland Security is firing the very Admiral Commandant of the Coast Guard who took this issue of fouled anchor that you guys broke as a story. Why? Because it was being covered up. Literally, issues of sexual assault and sexual harassment at the Coast Guard Academy and at sea, and people covered it up. The only reason we know about it is because CNN broke the news. Now we get a new commandant, the first woman commandant in the history of an armed forces of our nation to serve. She stood up and said, this is a problem and we have to deal with it. And so literally tried to move forward with the right kind of response in the Coast Guard to this issue of sexual harassment and sexual assault. And today she's being fired for, instead of covering it up, deciding that this needed to be exposed and the Coast Guard needed to deal with this issue. So I think it's the wrong decision. It's the wrong decision by Homeland Security. She did a good job. In fact, the last Commandant was the one who did cover it up. I think he admitted to you that he covered it up. So what are we doing here today? Firing somebody who was on the job, helping a Coast Guard that has to have a basic diverse workforce. And one of the things they need in a diverse workforce is to protect those interests of women.
And as you know, after the reporting and after there were congressional hearings, she had vowed to do a review, and there was a report that came out saying that it would do a better job with the handling of sexual assault cases and so forth, and really enact systemic change. Are you concerned with her firing, that the vow in that report won't actually be followed through with?
What kind of message are we sending? The previous Commandant admitted to you that they had covered it up. I think he even said something like, I would do it again. And now we had a new Commandant, a woman who said, no, we're going to take this serious and we're going to clean up the academy and we're going to clean up these actions, because we have almost, I don't know what the number is, a very high number, 30% plus of a Coast Guard workforce that are women, and we want to continue to attract women in the Coast Guard. And so you're going to fire her over the fact that she wanted to clean up a mess created on a previous watch? It's the wrong decision.
And to be clear, she did testify to your committee that, you know, she only learned of the, quote, totality of the fouled anchor probe when we inquired about it. But she clearly was aware of parts of it before, because she also fired a commanding officer caught up in the investigation. I also should note, just for our viewers, you know, the reasons cited aren't just this, right? There are other reasons, according to a DHS official, saying it was because of her, quote, failure to address border security threats and, quote, excessive focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I don't know what that latter part means, but if you mean she paid too much attention to cleaning up the mess in the Coast Guard of sexual assault and sexual harassment, there's no amount of time she shouldn't have spent on that. There's no amount of time. She should have done that job and cleaned up the Coast Guard's act on that. But our Coast Guard, very big mission, 5 different major responsibilities, and interdiction of drugs, particularly fentanyl and things of that nature, protecting, you know, illegal fishing, very big issue in the Pacific Northwest, making sure that they participate in the safety and the delivery of our coast. So I do not want to see a Commandant serving, you know, every new administration coming in and firing a Commandant. You need a continuity of service in the Coast Guard that is really important. And I'm not saying you can't fire somebody. I'm simply saying what is the reason here that this is being done. And I would say people didn't like the fact that she was cleaning up the Coast Guard on this issue of sexual assault and sexual harassment.
You think that's the reason?
I don't know why else you make that decision today. I can cite lots of things that the Coast Guard has been very helpful on very big issues. Look, I hope this administration will get serious about what the Russians are doing impacting our fisheries in the Pacific Northwest. And they are having a devastating blow on this industry. And illegal fishing and illegal movement of these fish with the help of China is a very big issue. So I'd rather have a Coast Guard Commandant right now who could help us with that instead of waiting now how long for us to get a new Commandant.
All right, Senator Cantwell, thank you for your time and thank you for joining us. I'm Pamela Brown.